Hello, hello! Welcome again to the Tilt Side. This is Smart Ride, Tilt Matry, whatever you want to call me. I am Smart Ride on the Discord, so if you get confused, then now you know. Alright, so this is my current Shiranui build. This wasn't the exact build I took to COG. With COG, we ran it a bit different. We ran 3 Canadia, double Lance. I'm going to show you why I play everything what we did, and show you optional text that you can put in just in case you don't have everything. So let me show you. This isn't the most optimal way to play it. I need a 3rd Squire. Then I'll probably put one in the back row. But I'm going to show you everything we play. 3 Solitaire. So what Shiranui Solitaire does is Solitaire allows you to tribute itself, or a zombie monster can be face down, to special summon a tuner from the deck. So, your main goal, you do 3 things with this card. 1, turn 1, you're going to use this to tutor a tuner out. You can tutor a tuner out late game, but it's really useful early game when you want to tutor a tuner. Just to get this in the graveyard and to get your Spectral Sword in the graveyard to set up your Synchros. So, you summon this, tribute it, and as it might indicate, you summon your Spectral Sword. Alone, you're not going to summon this, you're going to summon this. Alright? The only time you're going to summon this alone is if you're late game and you have things banished. But for early game, you're going to special summon your Spectral Sword. We'll get into it soon. Second thing this card is good for. Late game. Right? Let's say they floodgate trap hold your monster. Right? Oh no, my monster's floodgated. I'm going to synchro. I'm going to summon this. You're going to tribute your face-down monster, and you're going to synchro. Even if it's not floodgated, let's say you have Samurai Saga, right? And you have Spectral Sword in the grave. You summon this, tribute your Samurai Saga, summon Shade, go for your Squire Saga, banish. We'll get into more into this once we get into combos. Then you are able to do things. So, you summon your Squire Saga, and then you are able to manipulate combos from them. So once you summon Squire Saga, you are able to banish a card in your grave, pop a back row, then you can combo your Solitaire with your Spectral Sword that's now in the graveyard, because you've already synchroned for your Squire Saga. So you can banish your Solitaire and your Spectral Sword to go into your, to summon your level 6, and then special summon your Spectral Sword, go for your, Shogun Saga. So that's one way to manipulate it. Or, I'll give you another way. You want to do another way? You go Squire Saga, banish Solitaire for its effect, alone in the grave. Then, use your Solitaire's effect to special summon a tuner that you banished. And then, use your Spectral Sword in the grave. So, the first thing you would really want to do is you would want to banish your Spectral Sword with your Solitaire. So that way you get your, your Spectral Sword and your Samurai, so you get your Shogun out. Then, you have this banished with your Squire Saga, special summon back the Spectral, and then go into Sun Saga. So you end with this. We'll get more into that. I'm going to go detail by detail, combo by combo, so you know where we're going with this. But, you know, maybe a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Too much to talk about this early on. So, let's get to the other things. This, you want 3 of. I need to get my 3rd. Shiranui Squire. Squire is a 1-card synchro. When you summon it, you tutor a zombie from your hand or deck. Type tuner with 0 defense. You can even run Glow Plume, but generally you're going to go into Shade or Spectral Sword. So, this blocks you into summoning zombies for the rest of the turn, but that's okay. And when this gets banished, so they have 2 effects, like I said. When this card is banished, you special summon a Shiranui from the Banished Zone. This card is banished, you draw 1. This card looks like Dark Lord Dealings. So, here's a play, right? Turn 1, since you have Level Aug, if you're running Level Aug, there's a ton of skills you can use with this, but Level Aug, summon, get your Spectral Sword, augment another level 4 in your hand, she becomes 8, Sun Saga. Very easy. And that's great against Blackwing and Cyber Dragon because a lot of times they can't do anything against you. If you shut down Gale, Blackwing just cannot out this. Unless they can go Onimaru, but the trend has been against Onimaru. Onimaru's really the only way they're going to be able to kill you through that, other than Gale. 1 Spirit Master. You don't want to run 3 of this because it can get extremely bricky. Some people run 2. When this card is normal summon, you special summon a Shiranui monster from your hand or grave. This can include a Synchro monster. However, if you're going to summon off a Solitaire or Spirit Master, these must be properly summoned. I cannot stress that enough. Alright? So, if you summon a Synchro off a Spectral Sword, that is a special summon, not a Synchro summon. So you cannot bring those back. So, don't try to summon a Samurai or Shogun Saga off of this, and then try to bring it back. Or even a Sun Saga with this and a Shogun in the grave. It's not going to work. Alright? But, you could bring any Shiranui monster out from the hand or the grave. So a great way is if we have a Shiranui monster banished. Let's say, for argument's sake in this case, we have a Spectral Sword banished, right? No, that's Spectral Sword. Let's say we have a Squire Saga banished. Normal summon this from either the hand or the grave. Now, you tribute your Spirit Master, and this is very important if you have a clock field already, you gotta make sure you tribute the right one. Alright? So you tribute Spirit Master, you summon your Shade. Well, you can summon your Spectral Sword. You can go for a level 6 Samurai. And then since your Solitaire is going to get banished, you can go into your Squire Saga. You can even go for Brio if you run it. So that's another way to go about it. If you haven't used Augmentation, you can go for Sun Saga. And then get to summon your Squire Saga. Really, really powerful. Or if you go for Sun Saga, you don't have to necessarily summon Squire Saga. You can return it to pop a card in the field. But again, we'll talk to this more when we go into combos. Spectral Sword, your tuners. Shade has one effect other than it being a vanilla tuner. You contribute this card, special summon any 2 zombie monsters from your banished zone, and put them in defense. Also, their effects get negated. So, great way to synchro climb is to summon your Squire, get this out, late game, tribute this, bring back maybe Shogun that you may have banished, or a Samurai, and then a Spectral Sword. If you have Samurai and Spectral, go right into your Shogun Saga. Or if you have a Shogun banished, go right into your level 10 Sun Saga. So really good to be easily bring out Sun Saga late game. Other than that, early game, it is going to be used for your Squire Saga, which is incredibly powerful, which we'll talk about. 2 Spectral Sword, because that's really all you need. You can run 3 if you so hardly desire. Some people run a 2-axis build where they just run all Spectral Swords. They don't bother with Shade. I don't agree with that. I think that going for Squire Saga is extremely important. Great way for removal, especially if you need to deal with that backward removal to make a safe play for your Sun Saga or your Shogun. It's going to be very important for you. So, you use this, and then you're going to be able to, with Shade, go into your Squire Saga. Now, your other tutor is your level 2 Spectral Sword. This one is the key core part of the deck. So you can tutor this out with Solitaire Squire or Spirit Master from the hand, but that will get banished, so be very careful with that. Any monster that you special summon off the Spirit Master is going to get banished. So, with your Solitaire, it will get banished once you summon it off the Spirit Master. And also, I forgot to bring up, when your Spirit Master gets banished, you get to pop a card, the face-up card in your opponent's field. Great for getting rid of Necro Valley, as long as they don't have Supernaturalist. Great for getting rid of their Dark Magic Circle. Really good. And I'll teach you easy ways you're going to get that banished. So, Spectral Sword. When this card is in your graveyard, except return it with sent, you can banish this and another zombie type monster from your grave. Special summon, non-synchro summon, a monster from your extra deck, a zombie synchro, whose total levels equal the amount of the total levels of the monsters banished. So, if you have this in a grave and you have a Squire or a Solitaire, a Squire, really easy combo is to go into your Samurai, right? 4 plus 2 is 6. Or to summon this, which we'll get into. Or, if you have this and a Solitaire, you, 1 card, Shogun. They banish this, get your Samurai Saga, then summon your Spectral from the banish, go into Shogun, then you can banish the Samurai and gain massive amounts of attack, go up to 55 and threaten the lethal with Shogun's effect. But we'll get into that more later. Next, Gold Sark. Why? Gold Sark tutors all your Shiranui banished effects and allows you to bring back your synchros that have been properly summoned. So, how am I going to do that? Well, use Gold Sark if you have a Sun Saga banished, Shogun Saga, and a Revived King that Revived King. Excuse me. Squire or Samurai, go ahead, late game, Solitaire, summon. If I want to draw 1 discard, thin out my deck, dig further in, get some back row, or play going, banish the Squire. And it's not a bad idea to banish this, because in 2 turns, if it gets stalled, you get a guaranteed Squire coming to your hand, which is an immediate 1-card play starter. So that can help you make plays really quickly. If my opponent has Necrovalley and I really need to deal with it, banish Spirit Master. So really good. They have a ton of ways to be able to tutor out different outs to different situations in your deck. Even to help you out, draw into cards, pop cards in the field, or even special summon monsters back from the banished room. So really good. Econ. This is one of the best techs in the deck. Why? Because if they floodgate your monster, get out of your monster, you can Econ take their monster. This is also really good in the mirror match, because if you have a floodgated tutor, and they go ahead, and they think they have lethal with a Shogun Saga, or they want to go for Sun Saga, think they have lethal, you Econ take their Sun Saga. Alright? So that's a great way to take their monsters, prevent lethal. Also, you could take their monsters and synchro summon with them. If they want to leave a Spectral Sword on the field, because they don't want you to, because they want to protect themselves, and they want to just tutor out tuners, hopefully stall, draw into combo later on, you can Econ take their tuner and synchro summon with it. So keep that in mind. Right? Tribute off your Spectral Sword that's been floodgated, take it, and then be able to synchro. So know to do that. Now, Raigeki Break. This is an optional attack. All back row is completely optional in this deck. There is one back row I will recommend. Actually 2, but I will recommend. But the rest is completely optional. Raigeki Break is great, especially in another build, which I'll talk about. You could discard 1 card, target 1 card in the field, and destroy it. Great way to interrupt synchro plays. Great way to pop off a Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, dump a Spectral Sword in the grave. Also a great way to just do anything, really. Interrupt your opponent's plays without having to skip your draw phase and filling up your graveyard. Again, this is completely optional. Canadia. Okay, simple. Put their monster down. And then, if a trap is activated, special summon this from the grave. Now, if you summon Squire, you cannot special Canadia. Same with Shade. Because when you summon Shade, it locks you into all zombie synchros. Once you use Shade's effect to summon from the bench, you locks you into all zombie synchros. Zombie monsters, excuse me. Same with Squire. So you cannot summon Canadia from the grave the same turn you do that, so keep that in mind. Floodgate. Now, this is one of the back row I absolutely recommend. Floodgate is a terrific card against the Mira. You can interrupt them at synchro, lock their board, and allow yourself to build up resources. I would mandatorily run 3 of it. If you don't have 3 of it, you could substitute other cards, but I really love Floodgate in this meta. It's just so good. It's great against Purgatory. It's great against everything, really. There's not one deck, except if you're going to argue Stall, that this card does not do well against. Void Trap Ball. This is another card I recommend. Why? This is great in the mirror. Why? Because if they go ahead and summon Sun Saga, you can negate its effects, then you pop it. If they go ahead and summon Burger Trio, negate their effects, pop it. If they go ahead and summon Shogun, etc., etc., etc. Cyber Dragon 2, because it's over, Chimera Tech Rampage is over 2,000. Pop it. And it negates its effects. So what's that mean? If they have a ton of if you have a ton of back row and you want to protect it, you void trap ball it, and then they can't destroy your back row. Really, really good. This card is amazing. Honestly, I'd like to get more than 1 copy of it because the card is just so good. It's incredible, really. Wins games. Now, for the synchros, and then we're going to discuss combos. When I discuss combos, I am going to also post the guide to the Discord. You're going to want to look at. Try and keep up with me. If you get confused, then you could always refer back to the Discord. I will have it detailed, so that way you can read through it and go over it again, because I know this is not going to be able to memorize this overnight. Alright? So let's go to about the synchros first. Squire Saga. It's a level 7. All Shiranui synchros summons are hard once per turn. What does that mean? Well, once you special summon them once, you can summon them again. So, I can't go Squire Saga, then banish it the same turn, and then activate Gold Sark and special summon it. You can only summon these synchros once per turn. Alright? So, Squire Saga, what does it do? Well, you can once per turn, you can banish 1 monster on you control or in your graveyard. Keep in mind, if they seal tombs, you can't banish from the graveyard. You're gonna have to banish Squire Saga. So keep that in mind. Then apply the effects of sequence. Now, when we talk about sequence, what does that mean? Sequence means that they have to apply these effects in order. So, in other words, if you, let's say they have, I'm trying to think of a scenario where this would actually matter. let's say, right, that they have a spell that protects the monster, right? Power the Guardians. This is a great example. If they have Power the Guardians equipped and they think they have their monster protected, they're wrong. Because you're applying this in sequence. This goes before the monster destruction. So, it does not destroy at the same time. So you pop the back row, they lose Power of the Guardians, and then after Power of the Guardians gets hit, you destroy their monster. So keep in mind the sequence part, because it's very important. Also, the prompts come up very quick, so be very careful to make sure you go through it slowly and you don't pop your own back row. Because that has happened to me before, and that is very embarrassing to pop your own floodgate and to lose like that. You don't want to lose that way. Alright? So, also, this card does not target, neither does the next synchro we're going to talk about. So what that means, they have to respond on Squire Saga's activation. If they don't, then they lose their cards. Simple, simple. Also, this is generic, so you can summon it with anything. You can throw this into any level 7 deck that you can make a 7. Throw this in Crystron if you want. I don't recommend you do, but you can. You could throw this into maybe Thunder Dragon and throw a Solitaire in there and then bring it back the following turn. But that's not what I recommend. Just giving you ideas, but you don't listen to that. You could try it, but I wouldn't. All right, so there's that and a bunch of cherries. All right, what else? Yeah, so against Ritual Beasts, if they don't know to tag out their Ultia Paleo, then they're done. If they don't tag it out after you activate this effect, you pop the back row, whether it be an ambush, because if they didn't shade ambush, they lose their ambush. Same against Crystron, you pop their impact, they can't use impact. And then, you can destroy their Paleo, and they cannot chain after this effect has been activated. So after this effect resolves, they cannot chain. So if they didn't chain, they're screwed. So keep that in mind. They have to know to do this. Don't always assume that your opponent is going to know all this. Don't be afraid to take a chance once in a while. Don't always submit defeat. So that's a good way. This doesn't target, so it's a beautiful card to use. Next, Shiranui Sun Saga. What does this do? Alright, I'm going to show you. So, it's a level 10. This takes a zombie tutor and one more non-talented zombies. You cannot use this generically. Alright? However, what this is really good is you use this, right, with your Shogun Saga and your level 2 in the grave. Easy Sun Saga. Also, augmentation, right? We talked about before. You summon Squire, get your level 2, copy your level 4, boom, boom, level 10. Easy ways to get Sun Saga out. Also, if you go Spirit Master or Squire into Spectral Sword Shade, Synchro Summon for Squire Saga, Banish Shade, pop a back row, activate Gold Sark, go for your Solitaire, Special Shade, instant Sun Saga, then use Squire back to the extra deck, pop a card in the field. But we're going to go over its effects. So, if this is Special Summon, you can return any amount of zombie secret monsters that are banished or in your graveyard to the extra deck, and you can destroy cards your opponent controls equal to the number of cards you return. I shouted equal out for a reason. Do not return 2 synchros and try to pop 1 card. It won't work. If you want to pop 1 card, return 1 synchro. It has to be equal. So if you want to destroy 2 cards, return 2 synchros. If you want to destroy 1 card, return 1. And 3, 3. But it's very awkward to get 3. It's not really going to happen, but it's there. Also, the best effect. If a zombie type monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, banish the Shiranui in the grave, and you can banish the Shiranui and from your graveyard instead. Now, I believe that effect is an undefined effect, which basically means that they can't, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that they cannot negate that with a Divine Wrath, so that just happens. It's like Neos Fusion. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how it works. I'd have to read more into that, but I believe that's the way it works. Alright? But the great thing with this is when you banish the Shiranui, you get their effects, right? So banish Spirit Master, pop a card in the field. One great way is if they're going to clash into your Sun Saga, you could banish your Squire, then draw 1 discard. If you have Spirit Master in hand, discard to grave. Now, you're threatening a interruption if they try to attack again and pop a card on the field. So that's a great way to get that in the grave and to get destruction going. Next, Shiranui Shogun Saga. This is your level 8. So this is your main OTK piece. This card makes Shiranui extremely dangerous, and this also takes a zombie tuner and a non-tuner zombie. If this is special summon, you banish the zombie from the grave, gains attack equal to the attack of the banished monster's original attack at the end of the turn. So, simple play. Spectral Sword, Solitaire. Banish Solitaire and Spectral Sword, go into Samurai. Then, special summon this or Solitaire's effect. Shogun Saga, banish your Samurai that you use to synchro summon into Shogun. This goes up to 5,500. And we'll get into Samurai's second effect. And then that will most likely push to lethal. Also, it's sent to the graveyard. You can target one of your banished type monsters, zombies with 0 defense. They all have 0 defense. And then return it to the grave. Great way to put Spectral Sword back in the graveyard for another follow-up. Or just to put any of the effects in the grave that you want to reuse again. Next, Revive King Hades. What does this do? Why is this here? Well, remember, you probably say, wait, we do not play Expanded Zombie. How the hell are you summoning this short? Simple. This is a special summon. So this gets by all the synchro restrictions. So we don't have to use Play Expanded Summon this. All we need is a 2 and a 4. Okay, then you have your Revive King. Negate the effects of effect monsters destroyed by battle with zombie type monsters you control. Why is this good? Simple. Ritual Beast, right? If you have this in Squire Saga, the field goes up to 2750. You run over there a Paleo, what are they going to do? They have a Paleo out, right? Now they got to take that Paleo out, get Winda back, now you negate Winda's effect. Right? That's the hardest matchup for the deck. Destroy their Winda. What else? Well, this will permanently negate the effect in the graveyard. Not like Armades, where you destroy the monster, and then at the end phase they get to use the effect, or next turn. Nope. So, if you destroy an opponent's Spectral Sword in the mirror, and they try to sit on it, they can't use it, they get banished from the grave. Makes all the difference in the mirror match, right? Also, you destroy any of the Shiranuis. No effects, right? Negate the effect of effect monsters destroyed with monsters you control. So their effects will get negated. Really, really good. Alright? And this can work against Blue Eyes, destroy their Ancients, destroy Flip-Flop Frog with any zombie. The great thing is ramming into this, it's a Flip-Flop. They can't use their Flip-Flop to get rid of your Sun Saga. So that's a great way to play around certain things like that. Shiranui Samurai Saga, level 6 generic synchro. What does it do? Alright. Really, the effect doesn't really matter, but they are somewhat relevant, so we'll go over it. It's a level 6, meaning to really tutor out your 8. However, once per turn during either player's turn, you can target a zombie, shuffle in the deck, and if you do change to defense, all opponent's monsters you control attack less than or equal to that monster. So if they have a weak monster in the field, you can shuffle in your Squire or your Spirit Master, which will be good to get your plays refreshed. In the mirror, if they have a weak tuner on the field, you can, like I said, shuffle the Squire. If they have a weak monster in general, like 0 attack or something, or a Solitaire, then you can shuffle back in your Spectral Sword if you want to see that back in your deck. Either one of your tuners, that's good. It's situational, so it almost never comes up, but it can. Also, this card's banished. You target one face-up monster your opponent controls, you survive with your attack. So that really comes into play when you want to go for lethal with Shogun Saga, so you can make under 2,000. So if it has 2,000 attack or less, then it goes down to 15 or lower, and then 55 under that is 4K for lethal. So that's mainly what it's used for. Nothing really else. Alright, so now combos. Bear with me. Alright? We're gonna start early game. Remember, this is gonna be on the Discord, so don't feel compelled to master this right away. You're gonna have to play this to fully understand it as well. Alright? So Squire. Turn 1, what do I want to do? Early game combo. Simplest combo. Squire, Spectral Sword. No matter the skill you're using, level 6 Samurai, right? That's easy. Right? Easy to understand. Combo 2. Squire, Spectral Sword Shade. Squire Saga. Banish, pop a back row, right? You can banish anything. Could be Squire, you can even banish yourself, but for this case we'll say, for instance, you're gonna banish Squire. But in this case, you banish the Squire, draw 1 discard. Maybe you draw into Spectral Sword, dump it to the grave for next turn. Really good way to set up your follower and turn play. Follow-up. Now, you can also take this one step further. Banish the Spectral Sword Shade. Why the heck would I do that? Wouldn't I rather good follow-up? Maybe you open up Gold Sark with Squire Saga. Gold Sark. Banish your Solitaire. Solitaire unbanished. Special summon to Shiranui banished. Summon your Shade. Now, you have a level 7 to level 3 tuner. Doing Sun Saga. Top of his monster or back row. Non-target. So, there's a lot of ways to access this. This is the early game combos, okay? Now, with Solitaire. Solitaire on summon. Summon Spectral Sword. Next turn, you have a level 8, right? Alright, so now, another early game combo. Squire again. Squire. Summon Spectral Sword. Augment, level 4. Now you have an 8 Squire. Level 2 Spectral Sword. Level 10. Sun Saga. Easy peasy in this deck. Right? Now, that Sun Saga won't pop anything, but that's okay. That's going to be used mainly for your protection. I just have a big beater on the field. Now, mid-game combos, alright? Or, if you have Spirit Master, we'll go into them in a second. Mid-game. Spirit Master. Let's say you draw this mid-game. Or, this could be used early game. But mainly, we're going to talk about mid-game. You have a Squire Saga Banon, right? And get ready. Normal summon Spirit Master, get Solitaire. Solitaire tribute Spirit Master, summon your Spectral Sword. Now, we have a Spectral Sword. Also, we're going to pretend that we have a Spectral Sword in the graveyard. Alright? So what does our field look like now? We have Solitaire, right? We have Spirit Master, and a Spectral Sword engraved. Tribute to Spirit Master. Special summon. Tribute to Solitaire. Solitaire gets banished. Summon Squire Saga from the Banish Zone. Right? Alright, so now what? Now we have Spirit Master. Solitaire, when it's tributed, you get the tuner. Right? So now our field is Squire Saga, our tuner, and Spirit Master. Now you're probably saying, well, now what? Alright. Well, then you could Synchro Summon into a Samurai. So now you're boarded Squire Saga, Samurai. Right? With a Spectral Sword follow-up in your graveyard. So that's one way. Now, I'm going to get even more advanced on you. You ready? Spirit Master, Solitaire. Right? Tribute Solitaire. Let's say you have a Spectral Sword battle. Right? Okay. So Tribute Solitaire. Now, Solitaire gets banished. You summon your level 3 Shade. Spectral Sword summons itself to the Banish Zone or for Solitaire. Synchro with your Shade and your Spirit Master for your Squire Saga. Squire Saga with your level 2 is now on board. Now, you can now do a bunch of different things. You can now banish another monster in your grave, pop a back row. Then, when you pop that back row, you can banish your Solitaire in the graveyard, right? I mean, not your Solitaire. A level 4 that's in your graveyard, right? Being your Spirit Master. With your level 2 that I already said was in the grave, go for your 6. And then, Synchro Summon on field and go for your level 8, right? So level 8, you'll have that tuner on, the level 2 on the field. You go into Shogun Saga, and most likely the back row's now clear, and you go for lethal. Alright, so, I'm going to go over that again. Spirit Master, Solitaire, Tribute Solitaire, get your level 3, Special Summon your Spectral Sword for the Banish, Synchro into Squire, Squire banishes Spirit Master, pop back row, banish another monster, can't be the Spirit Master, pop back row, could be yourself, whatever you want, then use this, and your Spirit Master, go to Samurai, or Revive King, whatever you choose. Then your level 2 on field, go into Shogun Saga, banish, and then you have a Master Monster at 5500. Chances are you'll have lethal at that point. So very, very easy combo, right? So this is something you're going to want to keep in mind, alright? So this is your mid to late game combos. Now, what do I do? How do I combo Sun Saga? We're going to take this a step further. Samurai on field with Solitaire in hand, Spectral Sword engraved. normal summon Solitaire, tribute your Samurai, go for your level 3 Spectral Sword Shade, right? Now, I already said we have a Spectral Sword in the grave, right? So, we're going to Synchro Summon using our we're going to Special Summon using Spectral Sword in your grave with your Samurai. That's going to go into your Shogun Saga. Now, you're probably saying, what am I going to do now? Right? Well, you can do one of two things. Again, we have the ability to Synchro Summon Squire Saga before you do that. Or, if you summon the level 2 onto the field, then you have the chance to go into your Sun Saga. So how would we modify that so we can make a level 2? Easy. Solitaire. Tribute your Samurai. Samurai. Get your level 2. Right? So now, we tributed our Samurai. We still have Solitaire on the field. Right? Oh, excuse me. Alright, let me go over this again, because now I'm confusing myself. Alright, so let's do this again. Ready? Solitaire and Samurai on the field. Solitaire, tribute your Samurai. Get your level 3. Synchro Summon. Solitaire goes to the grave. Summon Squire Saga, right? Now, we have Samurai in the graveyard. Squire Saga on field. We banish our Samurai Saga and our level 2 Spectral Sword. Summon Shogun Saga. Now, use Squire Saga's effect to banish your Solitaire from grave. Solitaire, on banish, summon your Spectral Sword, go into your level 8. Go into your level 10. So there you go. Sun Saga and Squire Saga both on the field at the same time. And you're probably going to ask me, what if I want to clear the row first? That's fine. Set it up that way. You could set it up in a way where you can clear that back row first. You can even banish Squire yourself. If you want to banish a monster, clear their field first, and then safely summon Sun Saga. That's a great way to do it. So, those are some combos, right? So that's a great way to execute this. Again, I'm going to have these all posted into Discord, so you're going to be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And more combos that you can go further into, like having a Squire Saga, Sun Saga, and a Samurai in your field at the same time. You know, a Squire, a Shogun, and a Samurai, right? Because then you would just end it a different way. So, those are the main combos you're going to explore. Now, what other skills can we use this with? Endless Trap Hell, right? Turn traps. Use it as a control variant. Just set Spectral Sword, don't go as aggressive with augmentation. Seal Tombs. Seal Tombs is a great way to stop your opponent's Dark Lords, or any graveyard play that they want to make, Chris Drawns. Or, use it against opposing Shiranui players. Or even Super Heavy Samurai. All great ways to win. Alright? So, that's gonna do it for this deck tutorial. Do I have one replay? I might have saved one replay. I did. I have one more replay. Alright. Here we go. Super Heavy Samurai versus, not Super Heavy. Shiranui.
I wanna know.
Alright, so here we go. On summon Squire, gonna special summon our Spectral Sword. Level log. Now, you don't have to level log against the Shizu because the Shizu can seal tombs. But you could also force the seal tombs. So that could be a good way to force it early on.
I'll end my turn.
So, he's gonna Cyclone. Good play, get rid of the Floodgate. Go into his own Squire. Squire summon Spectral Sword Shade. Go into his Squire Saga. He's gonna seal the tombs. Seal tombs. We force him to back his own Squire. So that's very costly on him. Normal summon our second Squire, get a Spectral Sword Shade. Go into Synchro Summon right into Squire Saga. Now we're gonna bash our own Squire Saga. Why? Because we knew I read that he had Cyclone, so I wanted to give him Cyclone so he could Floodgate. He goes for Solitaire. Solitaire is gonna special summon Spectral Sword. Solitaire on banish, special summon Squire Saga. Now he's gonna go for Samurai. We let him hit us for the 15. And this is where we start going to. Right? Solitaire in hand, activate Solid, and he scoops. Because at that point, we would have just had a level 8. And remember that 2-card combo I taught you. You just Solitaire, Tribute, get a tuner, and then we could banish the Samurai from the graveyard along with the Solitaire. Even in that case, we could add a Sun Saga too. How? Because we would have banished Solitaire with a level 2, summon Samurai, summon Spectral Sword back, Synchro summon the Shogun Saga, banish the Samurai, go to 55. At that point, we'd have lethal, no need to go into Sun Saga, but we could have if we wanted to, if we had the level 2 on the field and we wanted to clear more row. So, or monsters, whatever it is, whatever the case is. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this deck tutorial video. I hope to have this posted as soon as possible so you guys can enjoy. Also, I will be streaming tomorrow, 11 a.m. Be there to about 2 because then I'm busy the rest of the afternoon. So, 11 to 2, be there. We're going to be bubbling some Thunder Dragons. I might open up another duel room so you guys can duel me against some Thunder Dragons. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, till then, Smart Rye, signing off.